Alright, so small update was just pushed, updated my game, and we're back. Sorry for jumping on your back, buddy, but you are a pack animal, so you should be fine. Right, so what exactly are we doing? So this is search for something in Archon's Hearth. Defeat a fiery arc in Archon's Hearth while under the effect of Flame Shroud. So is there a fiery thing in Archon's Hearth? Nope, it's just Ledge Worm, so that's not gonna happen. Harvest a strand to collect the resource resonance from a natural creature under miasma. It's a natural creature under miasma. Where do am I not really caring about? Upper Denevron. These are unfortunately not natural creatures. Lower Denevron. You know what? Make the miasma happen there. Then take me to Lower Denevron, and I'll murder this Highland Ice Claw. Let's go. Most influential members of the Enclave's Council are the Spindle, who represents magical creatures, Axel represents the mundane, and the Eye, Enclave's elected leader. Yeah. Start at will and hide and all that, pretty useful, I will admit. Of course there is. Oh well, hello here. Okay. Oh, look at this. Stephine Paquet Marceau, another Patreon backer or whatever.
That's as far as I can push the scry.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Okay. Ouchie. Ouchies, okay. Um, Please do not land inside a miasma next time. See, I was promised you would not be able to do this. I will break this thing. Okay, thank you for the chill feather weaves. Don't really know for sure what this is. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna try and break a wing. Okay, get harvested. Doesn't show the thing, but it works. Miasmatic resource, resonance.
Precisely under what conditions it was harvested, it will be perfect for our study.
And it has ice claw full grains. Okay, all sorts of luster weave.
That's as far as I can push the scry.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know where the last thing is. Your ass missed.
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
Thank you. I launched myself a bit too far there. Oh, this is the old place. Trying.
Can't stretch the scry any further.
Alright, buildings off limits, I understand that. Can you be dead? Okay, he's dead. I know I blew up a lamp, but like, can the fire stop now? Let to collect what's left. Yay. Yay. Come on. Where is this last thing? I know it has to be around here somewhere. Potion. Where exactly? Thankfully I can. I can really push the boundaries of the map. Where exactly could it be? This looks kind of official like.
End of the lifeline, Brynn.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. Okay, that's the edge. Okay. And that is changes. Consult with down to examine the miasmic resonance. Investigate the Norian expedition in the Halopire Shrine region of Dredger's Mire. Now, Dredger's Mire is suffering from a flash freeze from the Halopire Rise region of Dredger's Mire, he said. The Halopire Shrine. Well, I can just go straight to the Halopire Shrine. See what happens. Creatures and objects that are exposed to extreme temperatures are considered tempered and will often drop different materials as a result. There was a Norian expedition here, apparently. Lava. Oh, where all the tangles
This is
are?
Glorian site, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they were working out of that cave.
Sheltered, yet deadly. Probably wasn't that way before the surge.
Right?
Abandoned
Correct.
in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who survived the tapestry overloading probably ran for the nearest loom gate.
Shipping crates. Marked Project Junction 4X9.
Sounds familiar. I'll look into it.
Consult with Sev. Are we done? Well, if we can figure out a way. Because I'll go in there at some point. Okay. Finally, there's a giant monster around here somewhere. Okay. Clinging. Okay, gripping. Okay, thank you for breaking that for me. Okay, recharge. What do you mean you're frozen? Okay. You got some little tangly bits here. What? Stop getting stuck on shit, bro. You're so bad. There you go. That's how I change it. What? Look, that is BS and you know it. Okay. You throw a giant piece of ice at someone? What the frick, bro? Clinging. No, I was holding Alt, by the way. I don't believe you. Okay. Ouch. No. Okay. Dump, you idiot! What are you doing, man? Like you want to die. Yeah, I'll be needing that. Oh, thank God. I thought I was caught in there for a second. Come on, climb up. Okay, you're useless. You're literally you can't do anything. Yeah, let's just. What are you just so bad, bro? You can't do shit. Get off! Oh my God. You should be embarrassed, bro. Should not have taken that long to kill this guy. And he only gives me stanek anyway, man. It's not even that useful. Look at that. A Karak stone. Can't believe. Is it true? Frozen Vitality Onyx gives me more. Alright. They want me to consult with Sev, but I have other things I gotta do before I do that. Namely, this I can't do, but I can search for Battleship Coral in the Archon's Heart. I mean, it's probably in the resonant fields, if I had to guess. The Udian Federation remains a dominant sea power in the Meda despite the surge devastating their fleets.
The Archon's hearth once more. Wish Isla was here to guide me.
I could assist in her absence.
How are you talking?
What the?
Brynn, what's
He's interfering, or she, of the Surgeborn.
Aurea, the scry has been compromised by the Surgeborn. Stay off it.
Compromised is such a strong word. I just want to talk.
Great.
So, what are we looking for in the Archon's heart? I know the Ender works well. It is my region, after all.
Like I would tell you.
Whatever plan you've concocted, it would be better if we work together.
You
Good.
murdered my friend.
Technically, I didn't touch her. It isn't my fault she lacked the stamina to follow through on what she started.
Alright. Get frozen and die. That is all I can ask of you. Yep, that crystal is doing its work. Stay in there. Let the frost harm you. Love to see it. There you go. Why don't you get frozen by the cold as well? I do love to see this frost focused. Aberram, alright. That. Okay, you telling me to go this way? It is the way I came, but sure. I am here on these people's command, so. South Wind Twill. Okay, Carrack Stone, sure, but no insulated leather? Come on, man. I am going the wrong way, you're right about that thing. Well, this is the only way out. Oh, we gotta go this way. No horn fragment, it's blue. Okay, no flame turned leather is actually crazy. Literally purple. Alright, monster. I mean, it is a flash freeze. The fire should not last very long. The hibernal shell. That. Double bend leather. Yggdrasil and nether weave. Void amber. That husk fragment is needed. Get it. That emerald lucerne is needed. There it is.
There's a lot of coral here. I must be getting close to where the Enclave storage ship is. Will the Surgeborn now come when I pick it up? I guess that's a risk I need to take.
What the hell was that? No, no, get off, get off! Alright, Spitfire thread, I need it. Get rid of those. Okay, that should help me survive the heat. Shaped coral.
Shaped coral. You and I have such similar taste in treasure. Whatever you're planning to do with that is nothing compared to what we could accomplish if we put our minds together.
Not happening.
I can manage well enough on my own.
You could do so much more than manage.
Have Sola craft the power core for the Ark. Ela spent her final days working on a plan to fix Lucia's failsafe of the source, the Ark of Burdens. With her research, Sola was able to come up with a design for the last missing component, a power source. Unfortunately, while recovering a bar of shaped coral, the key to the design, and the Archon's heart, the Searchborn's voice came through the sky. Seconds before I heard its voice, my skin started to crawl. I could feel the invasion of our most important asset. With Scry compromised, our journey to the source just became more treacherous and more political than ever. Alright, now, ought to be something here. There it is. Oh, what the hell happened here? Lots of barbed cloth just dropped on the floor here. I think there was combat here, like a lot of it. You know what else we never really used? Bolton Barrage. Alright, Mr. Sledgeworm. Let me show you kinetic magic. Iron-hearted crystals, eh? Eh. Yeah. Yo, 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 relax. Bit me, man. Can you or can you not do kinetic magic anymore? See, can. I'm gonna try and break the head. Eh. Look at this cool stuff. Okay, I know a bunch of potions here. I'll just go grab them. There they are. Sorry about that. I am going to break your face. Your face is what lets you channel. Alright, try channeling now, buddy. Can you, like... Thank you. Well, you're gonna channel or what? Well, that didn't work. Ow, hey, okay. He can still channel using his tail. His tail is not broken yet, that's the problem. Okay, there you go, it's broken. How can you channel? Your tail is broken, your face is broken. Bro, I'm... Okay, well, I've broken your face and your tail. There's no more lights coming off of you. I have to assume that you're broken. Iron leather, I want it. Don't really use it for stuff, but... why would that mean I don't want it? Of course I want it. Eh. Now I want to try killing a beast without using... the institute has a stricken earth. I can kill him. I can kill him without drawing my weapons, basically. I want to kill him with only abilities. I think I can do it. I'm capable of it now. Okay, we're not going to use our weapons. Start. Okay. Hey, buddy. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay. I have not drawn my weaponry. I need no weapons to defeat you. Give me the achievement. Come on, give me the achievement. I deserve it. I murked him fair and square. I want Sovereign Enthrium, unfortunately, so that would mean giving up. Yes. Now I hope that achievement I get it later on because I did not use my weapons at all. I did that with the promise of hello. The apprentice's mantle, fit for slim shoulders, delicate embroidery reads for mother with love, rent in twain violently. Aftermath of the surge. Max that out, and then Lucia de Causis. Okay. Yeah, keep your eye upon the sky. Alright. Oh, this is not the... I'm sorry. I thought this was the place, you know, it's not the place. No matter. Now, if it does not give me the achievement, I will not be happy. I'll be quite mad, unfortunately. I shall be forced to be quite mad, quite angry. Done everything else now, right? Consult, we don't have that, and then, yeah. So, back we go. Turns out our freaking communications are compromised. That's bad. We don't like that. Communication is pretty important. Oh, here we go. Okay. Frost shot file, flame shot files are
The
back.
Surgeborn in the Howling Jail somehow has access to the scry.
That's bad, yeah.
We know. I can feel it in there with me. It's not pleasant. We need to do something fast.
Yeah.
The good news is, as far as we can tell, it only has access when you're in the underworks.
Oh, no other time. Okay.
At most, it seems to cause interference when you're above ground. We don't think it can listen in.
Hmm.
Until we can block its presence, best to keep use of the scry to a minimum.
We need it though. Oria mentioned she could feel the surge bond. Share that I feel it too.
Aurea, I could feel the Surgeborn too. I know exactly what you mean.
Doesn't feel great.
Does not.
The kind of nausea that only comes from the wind being knocked out of you.
It takes a lot out of me to stay connected to you when it's present, let alone speak.
That must be why there's interference.
What you're both describing, it makes me wonder if the eye was under a deeper influence from the Surgeborn than we realized.
Oh.
How so?
We assumed he was merely manipulated into a foolhardy plan, but what if the Surgeborn had some sort of effect on his mind?
Could be.
I could believe it. But if that's the case, then we need to limit Brynn's exposure to it through the scry. Fast.
And yours.
And yours.
Yeah.
I don't think it's me the Surgeborn wants to influence. From the sounds of it, it wants you.
Probably. Yeah. Weavers need physical access to the scry. Ask if we know how exactly the surge bond is communicating.
Weavers need a physical connection to the scry to communicate, either by wearing the earpiece or touching the scroll. The Surgeborn doesn't have either. So how is it connecting to our scry?
Magic.
Well, let's start with what we know. The imprisoned Talon was able to convince Stanold to open the gate. But the Herald was there and waiting. It was not surprised at all, despite the scout's distractions. Ergo, the Herald and Talon were communicating somehow, yet the Talon had been imprisoned for years. Would it not be reasonable to suggest the Surgeborn can communicate with one another using something like our scry?
Possibly.
Or worse, perhaps they can share thoughts needing no magic at all.
That's what he described it as.
A single shared consciousness.
The implications are frankly staggering, but it is the only explanation I can think of for what we've observed. And if I'm correct, it's not such a leap to imagine creatures like this, or perhaps a creature, would be capable of infiltrating our scry.
Yep. The surge bond seems to be growing stronger. Ask how bad this is. Maybe this is why all the scribes inside the Enclave were all destroyed or bad. The surge bond seems to be growing stronger. Ask how dire
Let's
this is.
hear it. How bad is all this?
The scry is a complex piece of Weaver enchantment. That this Surgeborn has broken in is not good.
Not good at all.
We still don't know exactly what it wants, but if it continues to infiltrate our constructs, this could mean an all-out war.
War?
Imagine they gain control of the Enclave's arcs. Sure, they're dangerous now, but with a sentient strategist behind them, they could storm the Maida in a couple of hundred strides.
Yeah, pretty bad.
You think the Surgeborn's interests expand beyond the Enclave?
With an enemy as calculated as this, best to assume the worst.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I wanted this thing out of my ear yesterday. Move on to next steps.
Alright. How are we going to fix this?
The reason Aurea can sense the Surgeborn presence on the scry is likely because it's wielding magic to communicate. The same way Aurea's mantle pulls magic from the air to contact you.
Right.
However, unlike Aurea, the Surgeborn can't pull magic from the air around it. Otherwise, it would be talking to you all the time.
Right.
But it can only reach me when I'm underground.
Where the tangles are most dense. We need to cut off its access to raw magic.
Tangles is what's feeding it, I see.
That's where the spindle comes in. Thanks to her, we finally have the missing piece to get our escort here running.
It was a failsafe in the case that the source needed to be repaired. The Arc of Verdance will create a safe bubble against the tangles, which would be the natural consequence of any failure of the source.
Makes sense?
Just like it did with the Veil.
Exactly. But without the crushing weight that caused it to fail.
So, the plan. We get the arc to the source, it stabilizes the Enclave.
Good.
Or at the very least, starts the process.
If the Herald waiting down there doesn't destroy it first,
Probably, yeah.
I'll need to take it down, if this plan is going to work.
And to another one maybe, so I can, get the essence.
That sounds dangerous. It might be a risk worth taking.
I need the strands.
We have to.
Yeah.
The Enclave is overflowing with raw magic, and this source is clearly the root of the problem.
Source, you might say. The source is the source. Yes, that makes sense.
Too many tangles have led to the floods. They allow the Surgeborn to communicate and infect our enchantments. Without the source under control, we will never reclaim the Enclave.
Right.
Then that's our plan. We build a power core, then we speak to the Axle.
I'll join you at Cassidon's Hold.
This is like the final mission or whatever. Have Sola craft the power source for the Ark. Ila spent the final days working on a plan to fix Lucia's failsafe for the source, the Ark of Verdance. With her research, Sola was able to come up with the design for the last missing component, a power core. Unfortunately, while I recovered a bar of shaped coral, the key to this design, in the Archon's heart, the Surgeborn's voice came through the sky. Seconds before I heard its voice, my screen started to crawl. I could feel the invasion of our most important asset. With Sky compromise, the generator to the source has become more treacherous, more critical than ever. Day 19, afternoon. Hasmin. Nothing doing. Sola has to craft it over there, I see. Well, before I do that, consult with Dam, consult with Sev. Looks like our Norians set up camp near a cave system. The good news is that some of their stuff is still there and not picked clean by scouts or wildlife. The bad news is that it looks like they set up camp in a cave absolutely flooded with tangles. No chance I'll be able to survive in there. Unless Sev has a way to do something. Restoration.
About our Norian findings, would you forgive an observation before we start?
I would.
Sure. What's up?
This is the second time I've been able to just collaborate. The Axle helped me without question.
We are helping her too.
Aram could get used to this.
And what did the combination of your excellent minds discover?
That marking you found, for junction 4X9, it's a location code.
Makes sense. Junction, come on.
The Norians and Enclave had a system to track the flow of raw magic. The Khan and I did some archival digging, and we know where it's located.
Important, yeah. Junction maps aren't really my specialty. Ask for a quick primer.
Is that a common way to track piping?
Only for Norians. Our waterworks are hidden. It keeps their secrets. That also makes them hard to track.
In Taza, you mean?
Yes, but here too. The Enclave was invested in keeping the tapestry out of sight.
He sounds excited. Ask if this is what he was hoping to
You
find.
wanted to find something practical. This sounds like it counts.
Oh, Brynn, yes. I needed this. Something skillfully wrought and worthy of study. Even uncovering how they balanced the pressure would take years. Amazing.
Okay, he'll probably want me to scout it. Move on and see.
Since you know where this Junction X... whatever is, am I heading there?
Not just yet. I don't want to waste your time.
Okay.
Oh?
My working theory is that they used that junction to rebalance the flow of raw magic to their worksite.
To what end?
If they wanted to test new piping technology, they'd need contents for the pipe.
Magic.
Water wouldn't behave like raw magic does. Compression and so on. Major junctions had valves that changed the pressures and flow, but took specialized tools to operate.
Right.
How specialized, exactly?
You need to make them?
They were Norians. Why use a wrench when you can make a special secret wrench?
A wrench hunt, then. Sounds like a trick they play on junior artisans.
I doubt we'll just find one lying around. We did, however, find the designs. Encoded, of course.
Right.
I bet Solo's already heating up the forge.
Yes. I wish they didn't use such exotic alloys, but magical flow control requires them.
It's okay, Sev. I'm on it.
Alright. Norian piping conduit patch. Craft the Norian flow diverter at Sola's Forge. Sev is becoming quite specialized in Enclave leak repair, and I'm happy to help him in this endeavor. He's got specialized Norian device design that we'll need to create with Sola to take our next steps. Hey, we can do some codex compiling too, by the way. The aftermath of the surge. As someone born long after the surge, it is difficult to fully comprehend the sheer scale of the fear and chaos that engulfed the land in those dark days. Even when adhering strictly to known facts, difficulty remains. It is simply impossible in many cases to know what is fact and what is fiction. What is undeniable fact is that several decades ago, something happened in the Enclave, and a very normal and mundane day across the Maida became anything but a vicious wind, a mighty roar heard by all, and in an instant, the magical devices we depended on in every aspect of life became our doom. In Judea, the sea rebelled against its masters, spirits were swallowed, dashed against reefs, or simply vanished. Donnenberg, to our north, suffered isolated incidents. An entire port city was frozen, thousands dead in an instant. Taza, reliant as it was on Enclave's weather modification devices, was overcome by sandstorms. To the far west, the Grand Duchy of Rhineland found itself relatively unaffected. As the home of the Hallopire religion, its theocratic maneuvering kept it politically and technologically distant from the Enclave, and the disasters wrought upon the land and, more importantly, its enemies on the northern coast of the Maida allowed it to spend resources on supporting the clan hiders in their bid for freedom against the Sanchez Empire. In Clanhaven's armies were thus able to push east and create a buffer between Rhineland and Sanchez, its most bitter foe. Around the Maida, regardless of distance from or damage caused by the surge, one constant emerged, a vicious hate for weavers. It was clear that something in the Enclave, our home and meeting point, had caused this to happen, and many, whether sincere or simply politically maneuvering, treated it as a deliberate act of sabotage, especially when it was deemed to have caused the deaths of politicians or otherwise powerful fight triggers. We were pariahs at best, and at worst, we were actually actively hunted. It is, after all, convenient to identify a scapegoat. The violent treatment has abated over time, but weavers are still firmly disliked by most. As the Union Federation's economy was devastated due to the destruction of our trade fleets, we found ourselves in need of aid for the first time in our long history. Tonnenberg, our rivals across the sea to the north, suffered far less than we did and magnanimously offered aid. Though it came at great damage to the pride of our political caste, the offer was accepted, and to this day, ships flying the Donnenberg flag ply the dangerous waters between our nations, bringing everything we cannot grow or build ourselves. Indeed, Casmin, our quartermaster, has salt running through her veins from her experiences assisting the Judean relief efforts, though I suspect her time spent on the water may have affected her in ways she is yet to understand. It is important to note also that the Judean relief efforts function as somewhat of an initiative to employ Benning sailors to keep Judean privateers from controlling the Maida. With a multi-layered purpose and what some would say compromised motives, one must consider the question of why the living conditions for Judean nobles were restored so rapidly after the surge. While the state of affairs for the poverty stricken remains dismal, a dangerous question indeed, there are some places even I feared to tread, and I think Casmin might be upset by the answer, given her efforts, years of service and the efforts. So what happened beyond the Enclave's walls is relatively clear, but within, until we breached the veil and met the Heartsiders in Casseton's hold, it was assumed by all that anyone in the Enclave was long since deceased. We are in contact with one person who lived through the surge. Unfortunately, he is less than forthcoming. However, as the populace of the Enclave was generally highly literate, we fortunately have a wide range of first-hand accounts available to us. So, in lieu of arrogantly providing an interpretative explanation of the events following the surge, I will let the survivors of the disaster speak for themselves. This excerpt from a metalworker's journals is illustrative of the experiences of those who lived in Denevron immediately after the surge, even as the world fell apart around them. We are all off today for morale, so we are in a rented room looking over the tattered mantle. Despite everything that's been happening and the state of emergency and all that, it's still technically my day to look after the kid, but I've left her in the able hands of the Krish across the way, so it's just the three of us, no distractions. Toya has been nagging me for weeks to join her about the tavern, saying she's got some sort of wild idea. I wonder to myself if it will stop us from rehearsing. Her wild ideas usually do. This time, though, I'm willing to listen because she's bought a strand from a sledgeworm, and what's more, she strung her bow with it. I haven't heard of anyone doing this before. When I ask her where it's from and if it's dangerous, she just grins at Say and I. Safety is clearly not a consideration for her then. Before I can protest, she tucks the viola underneath her chin and draws from it a single sonorous glowing note. It lights up the room, shakes the dust from the rafters. It's glorious and perfect. She laughs at the stunned expressions on our faces, reminds us that we came here to play music together, not just watch a master at work. So I ready my hands over the drums. Tay clears her throat, and Toya, eyes bright, draws another note from a viola just as the sky flashes violence. When I gather my senses, I stumble to what used to be the window, which was under what used to be the roof. I look across the way. I see through what used to be the building between the tavern and the creche to what used to be the garden where my daughter muddied her knees with her friends. And I see the smoking ruins in place of the small building where I left her. I blink. I open my mouth. I scream. I don't remember what happens next. I do not believe that the actions depicted in the journal contributed to the death of this man's child, but it is clear from this and other stories, as well as the physical evidence writ large in the Enclave's geography, that the search was a horrifying and traumatic event for all involved, especially innocent civilians. In light of this, it is interesting to note that Denevron remained inhabited for some time after the search, as our chronicler here reminds us, though the continuing natural disasters obviously took their toll. As a chronicler of history, I am reminded that every story is unique and special, and that every loss is a tragedy. We must endeavor to record as many as we can to ensure that memories persist across time. This is what drives my passion for the craft more than anything else, and I hope that I can bring these souls a measure of peace at last. A very, very long archive. Holy crap. Okay, let's craft this. Let's talk first.
These Norian designs are really something.
Very complicated.
Looking over the fancy wrench?
Sev said you'd call it that. But yes, I've never seen anything so over-engineered in my life. Sev tells me they built it inscrutable so that no one could copy it. I simplified it down for our purposes.
Great.
That will make it easier to produce more.
Yeah.
Lot to learn from the Norians. Both what to do and cautionary tales.
Friends, so I have it. Design for a patch to repair Norian piping and the tapestry. A patch to seal the special piping and the tapestry that Norians were working on prior to the search. 10 lab side, 5 Idrisil and 1 Stenik. Holy. It's expensive shit, man. Thankfully I have a lot of it, so.
Takes you back, doesn't it? Just like when we first arrived, trying to get things working, unaware there's a whole twist of piping under our feet.
One day we're just trying to get a loom gate functional.
Now we're trying to fix everything.
And the next, we're going to have to face the heart of the Enclave and figure out how to fix this damned place.
If anyone can do it, it's Brynn.
Me.
Oh, of course you can. Anyway, enough of that. Do we need to send a team?
I'll do it.
No. The valves were designed to be worked easily, even by one person. All it should take is a steady eye and a strong arm.
Or magic.
Asher strong? Or do I need to channel my inner big burly Ram?
You should be fine. That said, I do think all of you would look better with tusks.
You're entitled to your incorrect opinion.
Ha! So, feel up to some junction hunting, Brynn.
Sure.
So much safer than my usual quarry. Less mobile, too.
Yeah. Although might be covered in tangles, so might not be that safe. Go to the damage junction in the Institute's dissolution chamber. We have made a custom Norian wrench of sorts, which Sev thinks could temporarily divert the flow of raw magic moving through the tapestry. We also have an idea of where the junction might be that's feeding our tangle-flooded cave. Of course, it's dangerous down there, so it falls to me to apply it. It's sticky. I'll have to be careful not to get any on my hands. It would be embarrassing if I couldn't put my weapon down for a few days. Great. The miasmatic resonance. I managed to gather a strand that Dam can use to study the effects of miasma. He works fast. The next step is just a matter of talking to him when I have a free moment. Changes.
What's the verdict with the resonance comparisons, Dam? Are we all doomed?
Not doomed, no.
No.
But I have every reason to be concerned. Tangles only form in areas of intense magical concentration. That they're so common here in the Enclave makes it clear that this place is overflowing with magic. Have you ever blown into a bladder until it pops? I worry that's where we're headed.
No. Have you?
Yes.
Ah. Well, I am from Renland.
Oh, so?
The patterns did show signs of change then. Subtle but present. What was intriguing was watching them relax over time, as if the miasma caused them to contract like a muscle.
So it reverses itself.
So things might recover if we could bring an end to the tangles.
I think so.
Alright, that's good.
How exactly we pursue that agenda, I'm not sure. But we have several leads we can pursue.
We have to tell the Axel, though. She needs to know about this so we can take every precaution.
Yeah.
Oh, we?
Yeah. It's time. Meet you there.
Trusting her. That's good. Consult with the Axel in Cassidon's Hold to present your findings. We started this little experiment thinking it was bad news, and it was. Dam says the strands are different when the miasma is active, in ways that are similar to the degradation he saw in the skies, that he is pretty sure the intense amounts of raw magic floating around is affecting things in here. Tangles are the most obvious effect of the saturation, but other changes and degradation seem to be long-term consequences. The scary part is, what's this place doing to us if it's affecting the animals and plants? Arakim wants to take this to the Axel, and in a nice change of pace, he wants to do it himself. I'm just there as moral support this time. Consult the Axel and Cassidon's Hold to present your findings. I'm still need to do this. Lifting the shroud. Fiery arc and have Sola craft the power core for the arc. Alright, Sola, time to craft a power core for an arc. An archon part that allows the arc to draw magic from the air without another weaver channeling magic into it.
And with this power core, we can fix our Arc of Verdance. I think this is what they call a full circle moment.
Uh-huh.
Lately, I feel like I've been running in circles.
Hey, I know things look bleak, but this is a win.
Probably.
Don't let the Talon rob you of it. You're finishing her work, after all.
You're right.
I always am. Now, I think you've got a meeting with the Axel.
That I do. Consult with the Axel and Cassidon's Hold about finding a way to the source. Thanks to Ila's research, we have not only fixed the arc but uncovered its true purpose, to facilitate coral regrowth at the source. Jam believes it could be the key to stabilize the Enclave. Of course, the Searchborn infiltrating our scry has made this mission even more critical. Who knows other enchantments the Searchborn could take over? If I'd got hold of the arcs, that could mean all-out war across the Meda. We need to get the Arc of Verdance to the source fast, and I need to put a stop to the Herald once I get there. The only problem is we don't know how to reach it. The Grand Gate was destroyed in the fight between the Arc and the Herald. Maybe Kanatame could help us.
I wonder what Lucia would make of our repairs to the Arc of Verdance. Not to mention its upcoming journey to the source.
Who wouldn't want to see their vision fulfilled, even decades after she'd conceived of it?
Yeah, I think she would be happy. The hell is this? Interact. Oh, I can start it.
It's a little bit beautiful, isn't it?
It's cool.
It's like reaching into the past and shaking hands with its designer. We have achieved much.
I think she'd be happy to see it up and running.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Plans set in motion decades ago. Slowly ticking towards fruition. If we are so lucky.
We'll get it on, don't worry. Blaine doesn't want to talk. Casmin. Get petted again. Victoria. Is there a fiery monster at the Archon's heart? The Ark of the Forge is not a fiery, it's a natural creature, right? Defeat a fiery arc in Archon's heart. Ah, that'll work. That works. 27 or 28, 22, 29. These two are done. I could head there and kill the Ark of the Forge. Could also do it next time. We still need to go to Cassidon's Hold. A lot of stuff to do. And not a lot of time. Unfortunately, the fate of the Enclave's founder Maximilian Arden remains a mystery, hotly debated by Weaver lore keepers. Alright. Monsieur I, do you have something to say to me? No. Okay, we have a lot to do with the Axel though. Let's start with changes.
Both of you this time. Must be important.
It is. We've identified a long-term risk to our people. A source of decay in our enchanted devices. And I've prepared a list of safety measures we should take.
Okay.
You have.
Yes, we... Wait, why did you say that like you already know?
Arakim, do you know how intense the competition to become Axel truly is?
Hmm.
Even in our diminished state, it is ruthless. Each guild jockeying for its representative to be elevated. To win the seat, you need allies, knowledge, and the will to use both.
Hmm.
You've been watching us this whole time.
I have been watching you, Brynn. Yes. I have been judging Arakim.
And judged him well?
Always a test.
What I have seen is growth. Your enthusiasm and energy has never been in question. But your judgment and initiative have often been rash. But in working with Brynn's band, I've seen you set goals, lead plans, move from asking permission to making your case.
That's good.
Just as you came here to do, did you not?
He did.
To lay out a set of clear steps we should take to preserve our new scries and keep our people safe?
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to do.
You should act on your recommendations with my complete support.
Nice, there you go.
I know you're not making them lightly, and they affect your people the most. So yes, it was a test. And as Khan, it will be the first of many.
You just said Khan.
Khan Arteme?
I did. The scouts have been ignored for far too long.
Oh, he's
as we
making.
try to
Okay.
pretend everything is as it was. Enough. Unless you disagree, Arik.
She's making him a council member.
No, not at all. We've been pushing for this forever.
Good. And you should thank Brynn when we're done. She raised a very salient point in our last chat that swept away the last of my hesitations. Now take a knee, would you? There's work to be done, and neither of us is really built for fancy ceremonies.
Ooh. Yay.
If we have learned anything in the past while,
Bold initiative.
it's that standing too firmly on ceremony costs us time and opportunities. We, as a people, would have withered and died without the tireless efforts of your scouts and their forebearers. And yet we have not recognized them out of fear of tipping a balance that was already lost. And so I elevate you, Arakim Katabi, to the station of Khan of the Enclave, and grant you the title of Guide.
Guide. Axel Spindle. Eye and guide.
May your initiative and care chart a path for us all.
Yay, ceremony. Changes. Quest complete. Alright, also in memories. Lot more to do, don't worry.
Khan Arteme, my Weaver band has repaired the arc we followed through the Veil and discovered its true purpose.
To nullify the tangles at the source so it can be repaired.
Its anti-magic properties are why we were able to follow it through the Veil in the first place.
I see.
If we could get it to the source, we believe it could stabilize the Enclave.
Except the Grand Gate was broken when the Ark pushed the Herald back through it.
It was.
Surely there must be another way to reach the source.
Now that it's repaired, couldn't this Ark be used to leave the Enclave the way you came?
Maybe.
In theory, sure.
What are you saying, Khan Arteme?
You can leave if you want.
It's time for someone to protect my people. I need to use that Ark to get us all out of here.
Oh, come on.
You would leave with the Surgeborn running loose. Or worse, allow them to spread and wreak havoc across the Maida in your wake.
No one has succeeded in stopping them yet. We've been trapped inside the Enclave for decades. It's time to set ourselves free before the Surgeborn overtake Cassidon's hold and kill us all.
Isn't right? Reminder the Searchborn will still be a threat. Fear isn't the answer. She needs to be brave. Reminder search bomb will still be a threat. They'll just come outside.
Is shoving problems under the rug truly the Enclave's legacy? Because it's a pattern at this point.
Agreed. Your people are better than this.
The Surgeborn has infiltrated our scry. It's learning how to use our enchantments against us. If we don't put a stop to this madness, how long until they overtake the Arcs? Or bring down the Veil and spread across the Maida?
That is concerning.
We have to deal with it.
Still, let's be clear. Even if you could reach the source, there's a massive Surgeborn that almost killed you lurking down there.
And I'll kill it this time.
I'll be ready for the Herald this time.
Hell yeah.
And what are you going to do about all the tangles? Punch them before they disintegrate you?
We'll figure something out.
We will leverage the aeroliths to control miasma at the source. We think this will clear a path so that I can escort the Ark.
Interesting. You've put more thought into this than I'd expected.
Yeah, we have better control now.
But, as you've said, you have no way to reach the source.
That's where you come in.
Fine. Our plan has a few kinks to iron out.
More than a few.
How about this? If you can just give us time to present you with the final plan, it'll be your call whether or not we move forward on it.
I suppose that's fair. I can't pack up this stronghold in a day.
One more thing. It's clear by now the Enclave hides its secrets well. If there's any information on the source, I need access to it.
That is true.
There are private records that can only be accessed with the Eye's signet. I suppose he's not using it at the moment, but...
Brynn did just save your people from certain death not too long ago.
Yeah.
Fine, you can borrow it. You should find information at the Spire in Upper Denevron, the Bastion, and the Institute.
Ooh, must have to clear out my collectibles.
We'll arrange a meeting with you when we're ready.
Good luck.
Thank you. Alright, the Eye's Signet. In the search for hidden fragments of the source, on the source. The Hardsiders in Cassadin's Hold have been through so much more than we could ever fathom. It's understandable why they want to leave the Enclave for good, but we can't let the Surgeborn spread to the rest of the Maida. We need to solve this problem once and for all. Thankfully, the Axel is giving us a chance. We have one shot to solidify our plan, otherwise the Hardsiders will leave for good. We need to find a way to the source and lessen its tangles of raw magic. If we can do that, I can convince Khan Artemis that I'm strong enough to defeat the Surgeborn herald that remains there, allowing the Ark of Verdance to fulfill its purpose. The Eye's Signet will reveal hidden records to us across the Enclave. We'll need to search the Spire in Upper Denevron, the Bastions, Garrison, Bunker, and the Institute for secret intel on the source. Okay. What is this signet? The Eye's Signet. A signet worn by the leader of the Enclave reveals hidden records to the holder. Hey, dipshit. How can you talk to me? Surgeborn skill.
You.
Yo.
Hello to you too. Why don't you try greeting me with a smile?
I will not.
How do you have access to our scry?
Magic.
Uh-huh.
Seriously?
Your scry is connected to Loom Gates and by extension the tapestry which spans all through the underworks. No system is impenetrable. I found a way in.
I want you out of my ear. Now. I'm sick of your voice.
And yet you came back to see me. Puzzling.
Great.
You're impossible.
I did come to see him. Let's keep talking.
Back again. You do like me, don't you?
Hardly.
And you brought the Eye's Signet with you.
I have.
Keep it close, or we might just pluck it from you.
Yeah, keep dreaming.
What would you want with the Eye Signet?
To reveal the Enclave's secrets for myself, of course.
The Eye told you that?
He did. Funny how a man who has alienated everyone he loves through ego alone can be so talkative with a stranger. certainly doesn't think he drove his ex-wife away.
He's never spoken of Isla's mother.
Heartbreak does funny things to your kind.
Interesting.
Whatever that woman did, she left a bitter man in her wake.
Interesting he knows so much. Or she, or they, the Surgeborn. Whatever. Hey, talk about her mother. No? Alright. Do you know about her mother? No. Okay. Well, I think we're just about done. We'll head to the way station. Kasha, the children of Ashar and Castle Parent are famous for their ability to stay alert for days without sleep. That just seems very cool, by the way. Nobody wants to talk to me, and oh no, you want to talk to me. Hello, Dom. And okay, multiple people. Dom, let us talk.
I think we all suspected prolonged exposure to the raw magic in here would affect creatures.
Yeah.
But it's surprising to see how far it's gone.
What could this mean for people, though? Ask him.
Is it possible the same thing is happening to us? Or has happened to the Hearthsiders?
While it's long been theorized we must have something akin to strands in us, they've never manifested like in a great creature.
Right.
On one hand, this means we need mantles to mimic what they do naturally. On the other, Ashar, Cassil, and so on seem less affected by the Enclave.
That's good, okay.
It's not like Arakim has grown a third arm. I think we can presume safety for some time.
Alright. This can't just be from contact with Tangle. See if we can share more details.
You think this is caused by something other than direct contact with raw magic, like the Tangles?
Oh yes. It's that the air is so thick with magic that tangles can even form. It's unprecedented, and thank the flames for that. Imagine if every creature across the Maida acted as aggressive as the ones you're facing.
The problem, move on to solutions.
What do we do about it, though?
Our first step has to be securing the source. If it's the reason the Enclave had access to so much magic before the Surge, it's also why things are so suffused with raw magic.
So, secure it, deal with it.
You see, this is largely an infrastructure problem. The leaks in the tapestry will have to be sealed and magic slowly consumed through usage. If we can reduce the emission of raw magic to below our consumption, the concentration will drop.
Alright.
Once the levels inside match the rest of the Maida, we should be back to some semblance of normal.
Alright. Okay, and then we can weave strands. We don't have any strands, unfortunately. We have this thing. Otherwise, everything is maxed out. Alright, Arakim, let's talk.
Hard to believe I have a title now.
Yeah, you're Khan Arakim.
The Axel seems certain you were ready for it.
Hirune's also a politician. She knows this somewhat buys my loyalty to her if she tries to become the next eye.
I wonder how this role will affect his day-to-day. Ask if he knows yet.
Do you think this will drastically change how you interact with the other scouts?
Well, they have to call you by a special name now.
In time, I imagine so. We've been without an advocate for so long, and right now's the best time for me to push.
Right.
I do have some promising candidates to take over day-to-day operations. I suppose we'll have to accelerate that process.
Yep.
Takes multiple people to replace you,
You got me. Yes, I was bragging. I think it's critical we have some checks to make sure the system's working.
Yeah, redundancy.
If one group is over or underperforming, I can try to work with them to figure out why.
Sense? Oh, okay. I skipped something. He's already.
Do you
Can you
think
do it
this-
again?
In time, I do.
Takes
If one group is wins, listen to me. Just chain me to a desk already. All I do is stare at scrolls and move abacus beads now.
He's already thinking politically. Ask if he would support the Axel as a new
Would
eye.
you support her then?
Probably, right? He's doing pretty well.
Harune's a practical lady. She knows the scouts are critical to our ongoing survival.
Okay.
Farming and fishing around Cassidans keeps us fed, but rare materials for alchemy, medicines, enchanting, and so on, All us.
Right?
Which gives you some leverage.
It does. But also my title is precarious, as she granted it as acting eye. No one's going to challenge her, not right now.
But later they might.
But implicitly, if she goes, I go with her.
That's her decision, right? Still have real challenges ahead. See how he's feeling about his role. Oh, okay.
Job 1 will be dealing with the source, right? You feeling up to it?
If it were all on me, I'd be overwhelmed. But I've got your band. An exceptional group with an exceptional point.
Oh, thank you.
But you tell me. Am I ready?
Yeah. The key is going to be staying in touch with his people. Tell him so. I do think he's ready. Remind him how he's grown.
I'm
Yeah.
with the Axel. It's going to be a change, though.
A shift in the winds, for sure.
Still, look at how you interact with the band here, now. Arranging tasks, working with them. I think you feel more comfortable here.
I do. Your group is inspiring. Everyone's pulling in the same direction. I doubt I can capture that particular magic with all the politics around the hold, but maybe I can match it with the scouts.
I hope so.
I'm excited to see how it goes. Khan Katabi.
Khan Katabi.
I hope I live up to your and everyone's expectations.
You will.
You will.
Yeah. Alright. Arkim's Ruined Fountain. Khan Katabi. Okay. Speaking of stuff, I think we already reforged this with the best stuff available to us. Let's make it out of iron now. Reduce 36 damage. Nah, it's made out of freaking Enthrium. We're good. We swapped it out for Elder Husk. Surprisingly easy to work with. Work and merge together, distressingly sustainable to source. And then glass tail fur instead of cinder infused linen. It's just no heat resistance on it, but it's fine. So we need a lot of this. That'll crash cold resistance down in favor of heat, but also armor. I mean, it's sovereign Enthrium, man. It's good. What we also have to do is replace this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We just need 6 more Ice Claw full grain to have that. I might actually just do that. We can do this, we don't want to. This too. It already has Sovereign 3 of an Ice Claw full grain. Okay, tell you what, we can do this. 6 more Ice Claw full grain will help me out. Let's do that before I leave. How many do we got? Not enough. Okay, salvage me. We do have okay. Go, I think we got 6 of them. Should be enough to reforge. Frostbane leather. 2 more armor, 3 more cold resistance, 1 less weight.
That's an intimidating silhouette.
Got our Frostbane leather back. And we're all gold, man. Everything we're using is gold. Golden people. Now, not everything is using the best ingredients. Stenic, for example, right here. Although Stenic is lower in terms of weight. But I mean, come on. Sovereign Enthrium is Sovereign Enthrium, bro. It's just very good. 5 more armor, 6 more heat resistance, 18 more cold resistance, less cold resistance, and 1 more weight. The small price to play to pay. And these two are fine, and then here we already have it. So we can put this over there, but why not? If I have the Enthrium, might as well use it. This is already Enthrium in this. And this is actually... I could have it, I could just do this also. It's the same either way. I don't like the blue. Oh, shades of blue in the white. All different colors. I like the full grain. Copper anthurium. Oh, wait a minute.
Worse than materials.
That's
I'd
more
say.
armor. That's literally just better. Okay. Yeah, and those white on white again, which just looks great. So yeah, Sovereign Enstrium and Ice Claw full grain just on everything. Beautiful scale plate. Sovereign Entrium here, best we ever got. This needs to be replaced with full grain. It's already full grain. Ah, and right here, this can say the same. It would look cool as more white, but that's fine for now. This is Sovereign Entrium, as good as it gets. Ice Claw full grain, good as it gets. Full grain, good as it gets, and then that's fine. Although, if you're gonna have stenic edges, might as well have stenic edges on hands and legs. But not on the chest piece. If I have it on the chest piece too, then it would match the rest of my armor. But it reduces the night stuff, I don't really want that right now. Put this because it is literally better. Yeah, this is just worse. So it's either between Purified Serenite and Stenic. Does the same kind of effect. Here it also, you know what, we could save this by just using Stenic. Doesn't actually increase armor. Have like a proper blue helmet. Gold and blue does look good. The white and blue. I do look sick as hell. How's my this thing made of? Does it gets? Gold as it gets. Fine. And yeah, it works. Look at my bow. Softwood, red cotton. Yeah, these weapons are just made of. This at least is a little upgraded. Yeah, I like my current weapon set anyway. We'll gather more materials, we'll do more trading, we'll get our stuff to as good as they can get, but in the next one. I am tired. But yeah, we have stuff. The stuff to search for. This we can actually do this time, we'll do it. And then this damage junction, restoration, lifting the shroud, in memories. We'll try and finish as much as we can. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.